The Forgotten Morgue. They say some places are abandoned for a reason. Some doors should never be opened, but curiosity is a wicked thing. And for Jake, Lisa, Tom, and Megan, it would be their downfall. It was a warm summer night when they arrived at St. Vincent's Hospital. The place had been closed since the 1950s, its windows shattered, walls tagged with graffiti, and weeds reclaiming what remained of the once thriving medical center. The group of friends had explored many abandoned locations before, but none with as dark a history as this one. Rumors spoke of a hidden morgue beneath the hospital, one that had been mysteriously sealed off. Stories claimed that people who went looking for it never came back. The descent into darkness. "We shouldn't be here," Megan whispered, rubbing her arms as she followed the group through the overgrown front entrance. "Places get shut down for a reason. That's what makes it exciting," Tom grinned, adjusting the camera strapped to his chest. "Imagine the views we'll get if we find the morgue." Jake scoffed. "Yeah, if it even exists." Lisa, the most enthusiastic of the bunch when it came to the paranormal, led the way with a flashlight. "It's real. I found old blueprints online. The morgue is in the basement, but they sealed it off decades ago." They moved carefully, their footsteps echoing in the vast emptiness of the building. Water dripped from broken pipes. The scent of mildew and decay thick in the air. They reached the basement stairs, the temperature noticeably dropping with each step downward. "This is insane," Megan muttered, hugging herself. "Why is it so cold down here?" They reached the basement and found a rusted metal door at the end of the hallway. Lisa shined her flashlight on the faded letters above it. "MORGUE." Jake frowned. "You said it was sealed off." Lisa hesitated. The door was supposed to be locked, yet it was slightly ajar, revealing nothing but darkness beyond. A wave of icy air rushed past them, unnatural in the middle of summer. Tom smirked and pushed the door open. "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Forgotten Morgue." Inside the morgue the room was pristine. No dust, no cobwebs. Stainless steel tables and medical equipment stood eerily untouched. Against the far wall, morgue storage lockers lined up in neat rows, their metallic doors reflecting the dim light. "This doesn't feel right," Megan said, her voice barely above a whisper. A sudden bang echoed through the room. One of the storage units rattled violently. Lisa gasped. "Did you hear that?" Tom laughed nervously. "Probably a rat." Then another locker creaked open, slowly, as if inviting them closer. "Go on, Lisa," Jake teased. "You're the ghost hunter." Lisa swallowed hard and approached the open locker. She reached out and pulled the door wider. Inside lay a body, pale, lifeless, and wearing her exact clothes. Lisa stumbled back, her breath catching in her throat. What the hell?" The corpse's eyes suddenly snapped open. Lisa screamed. The lights flickered. The storage units groaned as more doors creaked open. Inside each locker lay another body, one for each of them, frozen in expressions of terror. "We need to get out of here!" Megan shrieked, grabbing Lisa's arm. Tom turned to run, but the door they entered through was no longer there, only an empty wall, consumed by shadows. "What's happening?" Jake yelled, spinning around. The air grew thick, suffocating. The shadows in the corners of the room seemed to pulse and stretch toward them. One by one, they disappeared. Tom was the first, yanked into the darkness, his screams cut short. Megan turned to run, only to see her own lifeless face staring back at her before the shadows swallowed her whole. Lisa and Jake tried to hold on to each other, but a force pried them apart. A whisper curled through the air. "Stay with us." Jake was the last one left. His breath came in ragged gasps as he backed against the cold lockers. He reached for one, his fingers trembling. Slowly, he opened the door. Nothing inside. Just blackness. And then, a hand shot out, gripping his wrist. He screamed as he was dragged inside. Darkness. The legend lives on. 2 days later, a new group of explorers entered the hospital, drawn by the same urban legends. They found the morgue. Spotless. Untouched. "What the hell? It looks brand new," one of them murmured. Another stepped closer to the storage lockers, his flashlight catching something. The doors were slightly ajar. Inside lay 4 new bodies, eyes wide in frozen horror. Their toe tags read, Lisa, Tom, Megan, Jake, and then a whisper. "Join us!" The morgue had claimed them, and it was waiting for more. Epilogue. The Curse of St. Vincent's. The hospital remained abandoned, but rumors spread like wildfire. Some said you could still hear whispers if you listened closely in the basement. Others claimed that sometimes, if you got too close to the hospital at night, you'd see figures moving behind the broken windows, trapped in an endless cycle of fear. A decade later, a demolition crew arrived, tasked with tearing down the remains of St. Vincent's. The foreman, an older man with a deep skepticism for ghost stories, dismissed the tales as nonsense. "This place is just another old building," he muttered, stepping into the morgue. But something caught his eye. A set of lockers, perfectly clean amid the dust and decay. Curious, he stepped closer. He reached out, hesitating as a sudden chill washed over him. His fingers grazed the handle of a storage locker. A whisper curled through the air. "Stay with us." The lights flickered, and the demolition never happened. The hospital still stands, waiting for the next lost souls to enter its forgotten morgue. Afterward, the ongoing haunting to this day, urban explorers post online about their encounters in St. Vincent's. Flickering lights in the abandoned halls, echoes of footsteps where no one stands. And for those who dare to enter the morgue, a chilling fate awaits. Some make it out. Others simply vanish, their names appearing on the cold steel lockers. If you ever find yourself near the ruins of St. Vincent's, be warned. If the air turns unnaturally cold, if you hear a whisper that does not belong, run. Because once the morgue chooses you, there is no escape.